You really want us to ice this nigga?
I'll do it, but I just need your help.
Lex, when I said I owe you a favor, I mean like I'll buy you a sandwich, not I'll murder somebody.
D, come on. I helped you negotiate your way out of a prison sentencing.
Yeah, you helped me avoid jail, and now in return you want me to go back in there again.
Okay, that's fine. I understand. But this guy's an adult. I'm just a kid. I can't hurt him unless I have a weapon. If you let me have your gun, I could try to...
Lex, have you even shot a gun before?
No.
Shit, when you pull your iron out, you gotta make sure you hit the nigga. Have you even killed someone before?
No.
Lex, why are you doing this? What did this guy do?
He attacked my mom, put her in the hospital, and robbed her.
He ain't inside?
No. The policeman told me that he got released because the department doesn't want to be associated with me due to my incident at the rich school.
Desean thought for a moment.
Aight, homie, I'll help you. What do you need from me?
Jim woke up late. He noticed that his wife wasn't beside him. He slowly rose from his bed and saw her sitting at the dining room table.
Good morning.
She didn't respond.
Good morning.
Yeah, it is.
You okay?
I'm fine.
Really? Then what's with the attitude?
I don't know, James. It might have to do with the fact that the last few days all you've been doing is ignoring me.
What are you talking about? I just said good morning.
Ever since those fire protests, you've been going around the country talking to everybody in the world except for your wife. Last night you spent all night working, and at the charity event you spent the whole time talking to all these other people and ignoring me.
Michelle, it's a charity event. If I didn't talk to anybody there, then why would I even show up?
I just feel like you only married me for my looks. If I didn't look the way I look, would you even be with me?
I don't know. If I didn't have any money, would you want anything to do with me?
James, I'm your third wife. You're my first husband. I don't think I'm the problem. All I'm asking for is a little more attention from you.
You want more attention from your partner? Then marry a homeless man. They have a lot of time on their hands.
Megan was driving to the ceremony.
Hello?
Meg, you almost at the ceremony?
I'm on my way.
Okay, well hurry up. We're all getting set up here.
All right.
You got the tracker?
Yes, I do.
Don't lose it. This might be entrapment for arrests, but we still need that tracker on those vans.
Bill, if it does turn into a riot, I am doubtful I can make it to the vans.
It won't be a riot. They'll come over, maybe some pushing and shoving will go down. Somebody will shoot a flare or start a fire, and then the arrests will begin. That's it. Nobody is going to get hurt.
Okay, I'll see you there.
I won't be there, but good luck.
What do you mean you're not going to be there?
I got work to do. Get it done, Meg.
Bill hung up the phone. Megan was now receiving another call.
Hello?
Meg, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Bill isn't suspicious of anything?
No, he hasn't given off any indication that he knows about our deal.
Okay, good. You know I want to be there, but Bill has me with this segregation charade.
Don't worry about it. Thanks for helping me last night.
Okay, I gotta go. Be careful.
Paul and his fellow police officers were all gathered for their morning debriefing.
All right, everybody, take a seat. All right, so a couple things to go over. We got a few calls from the inner city about a few B&Es, but that's a usual, so if anybody wants to take it, you can, but it's no big deal.
I'll take it.
Keith, B&E stands for break and enter, not bacon and eggs.
Nice joke, Matt. Maybe if you took more calls, you wouldn't have gotten demoted.
Keith, if you get any bigger, they're going to have to attach a chain to your ass and use you as a wrecking ball to tear down houses.
It seems like I'm going to have to wreck your house first, considering that you won't be needing it since your divorce.
All right, that's enough. Keith's taking those B&Es. We also got a couple bodies in the inner city. Homicide will investigate it, but we need a couple of policemen there, just in case any of those kids in the neighborhood get any stupid ideas. And we have the award ceremony this morning. Paul, Raj, Steve, and Push are going to stand guard for this.
Excuse me, sir.
What's up, Paul? You don't want to do that one?
No, I'll do it. But the award ceremony is for Robert Ziegler, who stands for everything that the Monkey King opposes.
And?
Well, the Monkey King are probably going to show up and protest it. And if it's true what they say about them, then they're probably going to start some shit. When that happens, you're going to need more than 4 policemen.
We are aware of the chances of the Monkey King showing up. The mayor decided to have the other departments send their men as well, so you're not alone. All right, any more questions? That's everything for today.
As the room cleared out, Paul approached his superior.
Can I talk to you for a second?
You make it quick, though. The ceremony is beginning in a couple hours, and you can't be late.
Okay, yesterday I made an arrest. It was for multiple muggings. That guy, Well, he was released yesterday, and I just don't understand why it had to happen.
I didn't like it either, Paul. But our job is to follow orders. I take orders from my superior. He gets it from his superior, and he gets it from his. It's top down. You know this.
I know. I just don't really understand why we had to let him go.
It's politics. The sooner you learn the rules of the game, the sooner you'll understand. And the first rule is to break the rules, and the second is to not get caught. And the scary part is, Paul, is that we are all playing politics, whether we like it or not.
Megan arrived at the ceremony. She checked her watch and noticed that she still had time before the ceremony started. She examined the area and noticed how narrow the area was despite being outside. She realized that if the protesters come, they'll be squished together with the rest of the attendants. She quickly ran on stage to one of the men working.
Excuse me?
Yes?
Don't you think this location is a little too narrow for this event?
What do you mean?
Well, if the Monkey King show up, then it could be so crowded. It'll be like sardines. Someone could easily be trampled.
Why would the Monkey King show up?
Oh, well, aren't you a part of the...
The man was confused.
I'm sorry, is there another worker here?
Yeah, you can talk to that guy over there.
Megan went over to the other worker that the man was directing her to.
Excuse me, are you aware of the purpose of this?
The ceremony?
Yeah, but like the real reason behind it.
To give somebody an award?
No, I mean the reason we're giving an award.
Why are you talking to me like I have terminal Down syndrome?
Do you know Bill Shea?
Well, everybody knows him.
Right, but do you know him?
Lady, what the fuck are you talking about? Are you on meth or something?
I'm sorry.
Megan grabbed her phone and started dialing.
Bill, what the hell?
Oh, what do you want?
I'm talking to the staff here, and nobody is aware of your little entrapment plan.
Well, the staff isn't, but the feds are, and they'll be there.
Bill, don't you think the workers here should know that a riot may take place?
There won't be a riot.
Okay, not a riot, but a massive confrontation. This place is almost a hallway. It's dangerous for everyone. I thought you said no one will get hurt.
No one will get hurt. Also, this is a top secret deal. Meg, the workers are probably aware of it, but are just playing dumb to keep the secrecy. Look, the agents will show up, policemen will be there, it will be fine. Just don't forget your job. And do not interview anyone.
I won't. This better work out, Bill.
Yeah? Or what? You'll fire me? Remember, you're the one that sprung this idea onto me. If it goes south, it's on you.
You want to start your own cult?
Well, no, it's not a cult. It's like a small town, a community.
And you'll be in charge and make laws that are completely different from the actual government that the people have to follow. Yeah, that's a cult, Jim.
No, it's like disguised as a cult. I can't legally change the law of a town, but I can start a cult. Then legally, the rules there can't be contested because it's under the Freedom of Religion Act.
Have you lost your mind?
Listen, it's not a cult. I want to create a new form of government, a new form of society. Think of it more of a testing ground. I buy a small piece of land, I build housing, I get people to come over, and then we'll create these new laws to see if it'll work.
Yeah, that's a cult, Jim. What's your religion going to be anyway?
Religion?
Well, Jim, you'll need a religion if you're going to disguise your community as a cult.
I don't know. I'm Catholic, so I guess it'll be something similar to that.
Yeah, it's just like Catholicism, except instead of worshiping God and Jesus, you worship a billionaire.
It won't be like that.
How did you even get this idea?
I was at a charity event for slavery and I talked to a cult member who claimed to be a sex slave.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You went to a charity to raise awareness about the dangers of cults, and you came out of that charity with an idea to start your own.
Well, it was actually for slavery.
Jesus Christ, Jimmy. Remind me not to invite you to my wedding, because the only thing you'll get from it is to divorce your wife. What does she think of this deal?
I haven't told her. I don't discuss business around her.
Bad idea, Jimmy. You're a businessman. Business is 90% of your personality. You don't talk to your wife 90% of the time, they'll think you don't love them.
Well, maybe if she joins my cult, she'll love me more.
Good point. But seriously, Jimmy, what do you think the media will make of this? They'll portray you as a fucking loony bin. And then the people will see you as a loony bin, and then the board will buy off your shares because they want nothing to do with a loony bin. The people won't know the results or the actual intention of what you're trying to do. And, biggest of all, Jimmy, you want this to be a testing ground assuming to see if it works so that the government is going to implement it? Yeah, in your wildest fantasy, Jim. For example, you have here that the citizens will vote on policy, not the government?
Well, they have to be over 30 or take a test to prove their knowledge.
Jimmy, there is a million other shit here that make me scratch my head. But that one alone will never be implemented. Even if the experiment goes great and is a major success, nobody will know about it. The government will shut you down and smear your character, ruining your life.
Jimmy thought to himself for a moment.
All right, I think you're right. I'm glad I talked to you.
Paul was driving with his partner on the way to the ceremony.
So what did you talk to the boss man about?
Just about that guy that I arrested.
The one that got released?
Yeah.
That was fucked up. I can't wait to hear about this one next time I tour the inner city. Every cop in that part of town is going to get an earful.
If we're lucky, we'd get an earful. With these Monkey King people, you never know if they are going to take out anyone important. If these poor people see the attention they get and start shooting at people on the street, who do you think will be the first people they'll think of?
Speaking of the Monkey King, why did you ask the boss man about them for the ceremony?
Hey, Roger, you do realize that our car isn't bugged. You don't have to keep referring to Phil as the boss man. I don't think he's listening to our conversations.
Okay, fine. Why did you ask Phil that question?
Well, I kinda explained it at the meeting. They have an award ceremony for a man they already hate. Like, I don't mean hate as in the hate we have for the QB of the Commanders. I mean the hate that you have for someone who tried to kill your family. That level of hate.
Why are they giving him an award?
That's the thing. I have no idea. Not only that, it's outside in a compact space, and for some reason they are awarding the guy basically for no reason. Something doesn't seem right.
Do you even know what this nigga looks like?
No, but I know where he works.
Okay, where?
Peralta's Pizza.
Well, shit, Lex. Peralta's Pizza is a big fucking chain restaurant. You might as well have said, hey, this nigga works at one of the McDonald's somewhere in the country.
Or hey, my man spends a lot of time driving a car. So maybe if we ice every motherfucker driving a car in the city, we'll eventually get the nigga.
Okay, I get it. The cop didn't specify which pizza place for obvious reasons. But there is only one Peralta's Pizza in the inner city. It has to be that one.
Lex, if you don't know what he looks like, then how are we going to get him?
I know his name. I'll go over there, ask for him, get a look, and go on from there.
And what you want from us?
You don't need to do anything. I just need a weapon.
Fuck that, Lex. This nigga attacked your moms. If someone tried to rob my mama, I'd work with Al-Qaeda to get his ass.
All right. I appreciate that. I'm going to head down to the restaurant and scope out the area. From there, I'll develop a plan.
Alright, give my man his iron.
One of the members of Desean's crew grabbed a handgun and handed over to Lex.
Remember, Lex, if you point, you better shoot.
The ceremony was about to begin. Megan was scattering around. She noticed the large amounts of people attending. This is way too narrow for this many people, she thought. John was standing guard at the ceremony. He scanned the ceremony. He was growing more suspicious of the event, but nonetheless stayed focused on his job. He checked his watch.
What's wrong, Paul? That's like the 10th time you've checked your watch. You late for a meeting or something?
Phil promised that the other departments are sending in their guys, but so far, it's just us four and the ceremony is about to start. I mean, look at all these people here. I've been a police officer for a long time and before that, a security guard. I've stood at crowded events like concerts and football games. There is at least security every 10 meters. That is not the case here. This feels different.
How so?
It feels dangerous.
It's just a ceremony, Paul.
Where the fuck is the other departments?
Paul, relax.
Raj, if something happens during the ceremony, we are fucked. We can't do shit. We don't even have any weapons. Just these shitty batons. Something's not right. We have to stop the show.
No, Paul, don't.
Meg was trying to weave her way through the crowd, but it was too compact. She felt like she was suffocating, drowning from the ocean of people. Everybody was bumping into each other, and Meg was getting the worst of it. She fell to the ground. She tried getting up, but the pressure on top of her was too much. Then suddenly everybody stopped moving. Megan got to her feet. She heard a noise from the distance. It was a sound of a megaphone and a large crowd. The Monkey King have arrived. Jim was flying back to Connecticut.
Hello, Jim speaking.
Jim, did you go to my coworker in Washington about starting a new cult?
Yes, but it wasn't exactly a cult.
Oh, no, it wasn't a cult. It was that you just wanted to buy a piece of land and get a bunch of people to come over and blow you to your deathbed. Holy shit, Jimmy, is hundreds of billions of dollars not enough for you?
Dan, all I wanted to do was buy a piece of land and do some experimenting. I mean, last time I spoke to you about those fire protests, you basically said, there's nothing I can do. I went to my rich friends about trying to change the system, and there is nothing they can do. Nobody wants to take the risk, I get it. Because if we change everything now and it all goes to shit, well, then it's on us. But if I get this little piece of land and do an experiment for a new system, we can see the progress firsthand.
Jim, you're a self-made billionaire. I think the system works. But seriously, what the hell?
Listen, I didn't go through with it. Your fellow congressman talked me out of it, told me the same old bullshit story.
Jimmy, are you all right?
When have you cared how I'm doing?
I don't care. I just don't want your midlife crisis bullshit ruin our careers.
Dan, do you ever feel satisfied with what you've done?
What?
I mean, both of us have worked hard to get to our position. We get the supermodel wives, the money, popularity, power, influence, and for what? I still feel like I haven't done anything significant. I still lack meaning, and I know you do too. That's probably why all of us in power positions are become more sociopathic as we go along. Just trying to find something to keep us alive, hence why we send a fucking missile to Lebanon just so we can get some excitement in our lives. I feel guilty about my wealth, as if I sold my soul to the devil. I thought the guilt was the price, but no. It's the lack of meaning. Every day I live the same life over and over like I'm trapped. I think that's the price, Dan.
Jimmy, where are you right now?
I'm on my way back to New York.
Good. Don't ever come back to Washington again.
Alex and Desean were standing across the street from Peralta's Pizza.
You sure that's the one?
It's gotta be.
How do you know he ain't been fired for fucking with your moms?
The crime was never reported and the police work was scrapped. As if it never even happened. If he got fired, it's for unrelated reasons.
Lex, are you sure you want to do this? Once you kill a nigga, there's no going back. That shit will take a hold on you like nothing in your life.
D, when I went to juvie for fucking that kid up, it was the first time I felt power over another person. Shit. It was the first time I felt power in my life. And the feeling of power is a drug that I'm getting addicted to. I'll see you in 5 minutes.
Alex confidently walked into the restaurant.
Sorry, sir. We're closing up soon. We can't make any more pizzas.
I'm actually looking for someone. Is Michael here? Michael Blumen?
You just give me a second. Michael, someone is here to see you.
Alex waited with anticipation. The man walked to the front of the counter. He was big, not particularly muscular, but looked like he had some strength to him. Alex liked that. It seemed like the bigger the man, the bigger the prize.
You want something?
Oh, I just wanted to say that you did a great job with my pizza the last time I was here.
Yeah, how did you know it was me?
After I had my pizza, I called this place, told whoever was on the phone my order number, and asked who cooked it, because it was really good.
So are you going to give me a tip for that?
What?
Well, I don't give a shit about praise. If you're happy with the pizza, then why don't you prove it? Why don't you give me some of your money to show your appreciation?
Okay, sure.
Alex reached into his pocket and pulled out a $20 bill. It was the only money he had.
That's good. You keep giving me more of these next time I cook your pizza.
Will do.
Alex left the restaurant and made his way back to Desean across the street.
Did you see him?
I got him.
Aight, what we do now?
We wait. They're closing. He'll be coming out any minute now.
Get back! Get back!
Paul was screaming at the protesters and the attendees who were fighting.
Get back. Raj, get more back up.
I already called.
What the fuck?
He looked up and noticed a semi was parked on the outskirts of the ceremony, trapping everybody in. Meg was getting trounced on. She somehow made it to her feet. She couldn't find any space to get herself together through the tight quarters. She saw several empty vans in the distance and hurried her way toward the street. She began inching further from the crowd as much as she could. The whole crowd hit the ground, but none could get out due to the blockade of the semi-truck and how compacted the area was. Another gunshot, but this time nobody backed down. They pushed even harder. Meg turned around. A fire erupted in the crowd. Paul was horrified by what was happening. He made his way towards the fire. He saw a cop shot dead with his body being stepped on, and attendees as well as Monkey King members on fire.
Somebody! Raj, where are you? Somebody move the fucking semi-truck!
Megan crawled beneath the semi-truck through to the other side. She was sprinting away from the chaos that was taking place. She completely forgot about the objective. She kept sprinting until she came across one of the Monkey King vans, even though she has consumed with adrenaline and every inch of her was telling her to continue running. She reached into her pocket and pulled out the tracker that she stole from Bill's office. She dropped to one knee and planted the tracker underneath the van. She then realized she still had the tracker that Bill gave her. She placed it on the ground and stomped on it numerous of times until she knew that it was permanently damaged. She made her way back and threw the damaged tracker over the semi into the fighting crowd. Megan then continued running away from the protests as the SWAT team arrived. Once she was a good distance away from the ceremony, she turned back and saw the semi-truck blockade was removed. The SWAT team were now firing bullets into the crowd as arrests were being made. Megan kept watching from a distance until she saw several Monkey King members escaping to their vans and driving away with Meg's tracker attached. Jimmy walked through his front door. He made his way towards his living room where he saw Michelle sitting on the couch with a glass of wine.
Hey, hon.
Hey.
Alex and Desean were anxiously waiting.
Shit, is this nigga gonna come out or what?
The restaurant door swung open, and there he was.
That's him right there.
Okay, let's do this.
Listen, I'm sorry about what I said earlier. It was rude. You know I love you. It's just work in this world, you know?
I know, honey. I know you love me, and I love you. It doesn't matter that we fight, but that we always come back together at the end of the day.
Desean was following Alex's mother's attacker around the block, inching closer and closer to him.
Sweetie, can I tell you something?
Of course. What is it?
The man turned around and faced Desean.
You got a problem, nigger? Why are you walking so close behind me?
I'm gonna run for president.
Alex approached the man from behind and hit him in the head with the pistol, knocking him to the ground. He pointed his gun towards Michael Blumen's head.
Please stop, I'll do anything, please.
Alex remained standing, pointing the gun towards his mom's attacker.
Lex?
Alex never would have thought he would kill a man in his life. He always walked the straight path, and now he is looking at a dead man that he just murdered.
Lex, we gotta go right now.
Hold on.
Alex searched through the lifeless body and pulled out his wallet.
I want my 20 back.
He began searching through the wallet.
You know what? Fuck it.
Alex grabbed all the cash from his victim's wallet. He put the 20 in his pocket and handed Desean the rest of the money.
We gotta get out of here.
The two started running away through the slums of the inner city.